Hi, I'm Giovanni, Development Manager at Animex, and I'm going to answer the question, what about my COBOL programmers when I transition from COBOL to Java? To be clear, I'm talking about Java specifically here, but everything I say will apply equally when targeting C#. So the short answer is, your development team can transition together with your codebase from COBOL to Java, while learning Java, but keeping their core strength, which is insight in your application's business process and application's codebase. In general, it's a lot easier to pick up a new language than it is to learn all those ins and outs of a decades-old codebase. Next to this general learning principle, our COBOL to Java solution exhibits some key characteristics which make it actually easy for a COBOL developer to recognize his code once it's transitioned to Java. The first characteristic is that of your overall structure of the codebase. In the COBOL world, you will have programs and subroutines. And also in the Java world, you will have the same programs and subroutines, of course, encoded in Java classes. The second characteristic plays at the level of source files. In COBOL, you will have source files with those programs and subroutines, and you will have copybooks. Also, after transformation, you will see the same source files in Java. Also, copybooks, to be clear, will become separate entities. Third characteristic is that of the internal structure of COBOL programs. These are typically divided in a data division and a procedure division. And within your procedure division, you have paragraphs and sections with a specific order, which is important in COBOL. Now also, after transformation to Java, you will see methods in the Java class which have the same textual representation, the same textual order as they were in COBOL. The fourth characteristic relates to comments and names inside COBOL programs. Each comment in COBOL is preserved in Java, and it's placed in the same places as it was in COBOL. For example, if it was just placed before a data definition, you will find it just in front of the same data definition in Java. Also, all names, the names of programs, of files, of variables, of procedures, sections and paragraphs, all these names are preserved. Of course, there will be camel case to make them fit in with the Java world, but they will still be there. Which brings us to the fifth and last of the special characteristics, and that's how individual statements are being treated. Because COBOL is a very complex language with very specific behavior of statements, we have to implement them in terms of support library calls. What that means is that most COBOL statements, like display or unstring or goto, will be transformed into a COBOL.goto or COBOL.display or COBOL.unstring method invocation, where the method specifically is provided by our support library. For the COBOL developer, this really means that he will feel immediately familiar with the code base, not just at the structure level, but even understanding the code itself without having learned Java. So what does it take for a COBOL programmer to not only feel familiar and to recognize his code, but to actually be able to maintain it and to extend it in the future? Really just two things. Of course, a basic training course in Java is required. Next to that, we also need a one-day training session in which we explain how the transformation was executed and what the support library provides as an API. Past experience shows that this is really enough to bring most COBOL programmers to a level where they're as productive in the new codebase as they were in the previous codebase. Some programmers will even go beyond and become general-purpose Java developers, and the others, they will just become very good application developers, as they currently are. At the same time, a company has a golden opportunity here to build a mixed team, with on the one hand COBOL developers with their deep insight in the application itself, on the other hand Java developers who have knowledge of modern practices and Java itself, of course. Thank you for watching. If you want more information, please go to animex.com and download our white papers, where you can also find many code examples.